to Alabama Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Missouri's offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Aurora. Working the middle, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't...
Oh, a lot of space. The 20. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. To the ground with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to...
Looking to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Finds his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll pull it on the read. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Off play action. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Alabama! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding this, that QB is the threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
It's complete on the right side. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Burks. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first period.
And the quarterback brought him to and sacked at the 12.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The ball is going to be downed at the 35.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown time. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on third down. Looking downfield, it's Burks. It's complete to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Couldn't get a block on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're going to test the right side with this one. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're
looking deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Here's the handoff. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Right on the money. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Aurora. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Punt is in the air. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top, and to get rid of it quickly.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Bama! He got a step and just dusted the field. game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Direct snap. Creates a little space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Robinson. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Tigers are on the move.
Base 27 jump. Base 27.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll take it himself.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here late in the 4th.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get in your nickel packages. You know the passes.
Just keeps moving. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Caught near the sticks. It's Kane. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Leaves it with the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Running through contact. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's up.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee. And
he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop, and the clock